Hey there! Along with the very positive reactions to my last video, for which I thank you very much, there have also been some inevitable negative responses and I feel obliged to make a video because almost all of them have one thing in common. They accuse me of hating on Christians. And that's probably because they never got to watch my videos on Islam.
Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me! Fuck you, I won't do what you tell me!
Yeah, look, I don't hate religious people. In fact, I don't even hate religion as being the belief in a God. But you see, most of the times religion is much more than that. It can dictate how you think and act. It shapes your basic perception of reality. You may say this is harmless, that there's nothing wrong with people believing in things that make them happy. But I see this in itself as being detrimental. Let's say that you are eating some invisible food every day. You think the food is real and that it nourishes you. In fact, you can even feel how it satisfies your hunger. Because this is the kind of power the mind has over the body when strong beliefs are involved. You are perfectly happy with your invisible food, but the thing is, in reality you are not okay at all. And this is not the only problem, because you are also feeding this invisible food to your children, and you are actively trying to convince everybody around you that the invisible food is the best food in the world. In fact, the only food that should be ever eaten. You have missionaries going to third world countries and preaching that contraception is wrong. To people who are heavily affected by AIDS and starvation. In an overpopulated world with limited resources and a damaged climate, you are making more and more offsprings because you think God wants you to be fruitful and multiply. On one hand, you have an alcoholic couple living a lifestyle of vice and domestic violence in a piss-poor neighborhood, and they can have 7 kids if they want to. On the other hand, you have a gay couple who doesn't have the legal right to adopt. And you also have orphanages full of children who will never know what a family is. On one hand, you have millions, if not billions of people who believe it's perfectly okay for a man to marry 4 women, have a bunch of kids with each of them and call that a family. On the other hand, you have the same people believing that it's unacceptable for 2 men or 2 women to marry. In fact, that they deserve to die for wanting so. In our century, we are voting on civil rights. There are people who call themselves pro-lifers who are supporting genocide on another nation because they think it's a holy war. I don't hate religious people, but unfortunately, along with the religion, and especially with Christianity and Islam, too often comes delusion and ignorance and bigotry. Those things are dangerous, and they are shaping the world I live in. I don't make those videos because I hate. I make them because I give a damn.